Hey guys, this is Miss Carol bringing you lesson 4. This lesson is all about finding the fat, how to know what's good for us, what's not, how to eat healthier when we're out on the go, and how to keep our food safe when we're at home. Hope you're having a great time in this wonderful weather, and I hope that you are getting out and enjoying it, hiking, biking, whatever it might be, going for a walk. And I hope to see you soon.
Hey everyone, my name's Meredith. I'm a program educator with the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program in North Carolina Cooperative Extension in Guilford County. This is lesson 4 of Teen Cuisine, called Find the Fat. Can you find the fat? You can't always see it, but it's there. Fast foods and packaged snacks are notoriously high in fats, sugar, and salt. And while they may taste good, they offer very little for our bodies besides empty calories. No food or drink is bad, but moderation is key. Fat has gotten a bad rap, but it's important to eat enough of the right kinds of fat. It is recommended that teens get 25 to 35% of their calories from fat. For a 2,000 calorie diet, that would mean 55 to 78 grams of fat per day. Fats from healthy sources keep skin soft and hair shiny, helps absorb important nutrients in the body, insulates from the cold, and protects the organs. Fats are calorie dense. 1 gram has 9 calories, compared to carbohydrates and protein, which only have 4 calories per gram. Some fats are also nutrient dense. This means that they have a lot of important nutrients per serving as well. Saturated fats and trans fats have been shown to contribute to heart disease. We want to limit foods high in these fats.
Foods can be classified as go, slow, or whoa. Go foods are those lowest in fat, added sugar, and calories, and are great to eat anytime. They are the healthiest choices. Some examples of go foods are skim and low-fat milk, most all unprocessed foods, and raw fruits and vegetables. Slow foods are higher in fat, added sugar, and calories. These should only be eaten sometimes or less often. They aren't off limits, but they shouldn't be eaten every day. At most, they can be eaten several times a week. Examples are waffles and pancakes. Whoa foods are those that are highest in fats, added sugars, and calories. These should only be eaten once in a while and in small portions. These should make you say exactly that. Whoa. Should I eat that? Whoa foods are the least healthy and are most likely to cause weight problems, especially if a person eats them all the time. That's why whoa foods are once in a while foods. Some examples are French fries, candy bars, chips, and sugary pastries. So let's practice. Is this a go, slow, or whoa food? This is a whoa food. Pizza can contain a lot of saturated fat, so we should eat it less often. What about this? This is a go food. Skim or 1% milk is a great low-fat way to get the calcium and other micronutrients we need. And what about this? This is a slow food. Peanut butter contains unsaturated fats, but can also have a lot of added sugar. We should be careful to read food labels to know what we're putting into our bodies.
There are different kinds of fat, so it's important to know what kind is in different foods. Fats from plant sources, like olive oil, nuts, and avocados, can contain high amounts of polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. You might hear these referred to as healthy fats. Also known as oils, they can protect us from heart disease when eaten in place of saturated fat. Fats from land animal sources, such as beef, poultry, and tropical fruits like palm and coconuts, have more saturated fat and tend to be less healthy. Eating too much saturated fat can increase the risk of heart disease. Seafood is a special case because it contains essential omega-3 fatty acids, which are very healthy fats. It's recommended that you get 2 servings each week of seafood, such as salmon, tuna, or whitefish. Whether you're eating out or just grabbing a snack at home, here are some great tips to help you make the best choices. Look for options with fruits and vegetables, and choose whole grain breads, pastas, and cereals whenever you can. Order smaller portion sizes. This will help prevent overeating. Limit cheese, mayonnaise-based sauces and dressings, and fried foods. Remember, we want to keep our daily fat intake between 25 and 35% of our daily calories. These high-fat foods will add up quick. And finally, don't drink your calories. Milkshakes and blended coffee drinks can hide a lot of fat and added sugar. Try making healthy versions of your favorites at home to have more control over the ingredients and nutrition. Today we'll look at a recipe for oven-baked fries, and I'll give you another recipe that would go great with it. which is oven-baked chicken nuggets. But first, let's go over some food safety tips when dealing with raw meat so that when you cook this recipe, you can be extra safe.
Sometimes when handling or cooking with meat, we get nervous about whether the meat is cooked enough or about the meat juices getting everywhere. Today, I'll help put your mind at ease and talk with you about how to safely handle raw meats and tips for using an instant read thermometer. First, let's go over the tips for safely storing raw meat. Purchase meats last when at the grocery store and immediately store them in the refrigerator or freezer at home. Place raw meats at the bottom of the fridge to prevent cross-contamination. Put cooked meats in the refrigerator within 2 hours because germs double in growth every 20 minutes at room temperature. Eat or freeze cooked meat within 2 days. All of these tips are so that your meat stays safe before and after you cook it. Now let's look at tips for safely preparing and cooking meats. Never thaw meat at room temperature. Use the refrigerator or a running cold water bath or the microwave. Wash your hands often and sanitize all surfaces the meat touches. Do not return cooked meats to the same container or plate the raw meat was on. Do not reuse marinade sauces that raw meat was in. Cook to the proper temperature using a food thermometer. If you follow all of these tips, you can feel confident when dealing with raw meats. So, to cook food to the proper temperature, we need to know how to use a thermometer. Let's go over the tips for using an instant read thermometer, like this one. Calibrate the thermometer using ice water and boiling water. Place the thermometer tip into the thickest part of the meat but away from bone or gristle. Make sure the tip is inserted into the meat up to the notched line, about 1.5 inches. Wait at least 15 seconds or until the screen or dial stops moving to take a reading. Wash the thermometer with hot soapy water before and after using. Do not wash in the dishwasher. And here are the temperatures needed to reach for 15 seconds of different types of foods so you can put that thermometer to good use. Chicken is at the top of the list and has the highest temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, along with leftovers. This is because chicken can contain the bacteria Salmonella, which can cause foodborne illness if the food is not cooked well enough. So always check your chicken with a thermometer to know for certain that it is cooked long enough. Next is hamburger at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Then eggs are to be cooked until whites and yolks are firm. Egg dishes need to be cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And lastly, pork and fish need to be cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you have the skills to prepare your next dish with meat.
Remember to always check the temperature of the food you're cooking, because even when food may look like it's done, it may not have reached the correct internal temperature. Now here's the recipe we'll be making today, our oven-baked fries. Take a moment to read through the recipe and gather all your supplies.
I preheated my oven to 450 degrees and then sprayed a baking sheet with nonstick cooking spray. Next, I'm going to cut my potatoes lengthwise into strips. I'll be careful to make sure the strips are more or less uniform so they resemble traditional French fries. I like to put my strips into a bowl to season, then I add my seasonings. You can use just salt and pepper, but I like to add a little more flavor. I'll add some salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne pepper, paprika, and cumin, then add olive oil and toss to combine. I'll lay the strips all in one layer on the baking sheet and bake for 25 minutes, flipping the fries after 12 minutes. If the sides are not brown, I'll continue cooking. The fries should come out brown on the sides and a little crispy. These fries are great by themselves as a side dish, or my favorite way to eat them as French fry nachos. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. I like to add low-fat cheese, black beans, and cilantro.
I hope those fries turned out very yummy. Here's the recipe for oven-baked chicken nuggets, which together with the fries is a great combo. Don't forget to check the temperatures too. Remember, chicken needs to be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Find the fat in your foods. Think about your favorite foods and drinks. List them as go, slow, or whoa. What healthy switches could you make? Maybe trying low-fat milk instead of whole milk, or trying those oven-baked fries and chicken nuggets over a fast food meal. This week I challenge you to make one healthy food swap. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. I'll talk with you soon in our next lesson. Watch out for added sugars.